All right, peeps, here is video number 2 for the homework from this weekend, finding the equation of a line from a graph. The first thing you need to do is find the slope. Remember, when we're finding slope of a line, what we're using is rise over run. You cannot use run over rise. You always, always, always have to count up before you can count side to side. If you do it backwards, you will not get the correct slope. So when we look at our graph, there aren't any dots on here. Often on tests like state testing and the classroom testing we use, there isn't dots on the line. You have to kind of look at the graph and figure out where those dots would go. So I'm looking at my line. There would be a dot here. There would be a point here, a point here, a point here, a point here. So now I've got my point. So now I can go in and figure out the rise over run. Remember, the rise means how many lines you go up until you're level with the next dot. The run is from where you stop to how many does it take to touch the dot. So I'm going to go and count my rise over run. It goes up 1, 2, 3 lines. So that's my rise. And then I go over 1. So my run is 1. So my slope is going to reduce. 1 goes into 3 times, so slope is 3. Now I have to decide if my line is positive or negative. What I do is I cover up the left side of the graph and I look at the line. Is that line pointing up or down? Since the line's pointing down, that means that the slope is negative. So my slope isn't 3, it's actually negative 3. After I find the slope, what I have to do is find the y-intercept. The y-intercept is where my line crosses on the y-axis. What is that point? So I go into my graph here and I go down the y-axis and I look for where my blue line and the y-axis touches right here. So I have to start at the origin and count down 1, 2 lines. So the point where these 2 lines meet is at 0, -2. So when I'm talking about the y-intercept, I'm only interested in the number for y. So the y-intercept is -2. The y-intercept in equations are also called b, and the slope is called the letter m. I don't know why they chose m instead of s, but we will never know. So the very last thing I need to do is find the slope of the line. I'm going to write y equals mx plus b, only going to take out the letter m and the letter b and replace them with the numbers I just found. The y and the x stay in the equation. I don't replace them with any other numbers. So I'm going to write my equation. Y equals slope was -3. X, and then my plus my b, so plus -2. I'm going to put parentheses around it so I can see that it's negative. This is the equation of the line. Another way you could write the line, and it means the same thing, is y equals -3x minus 2, because plus -2 and -2 means the exact same thing. That is how you write the equation of a line from a graph.